in this week's edition of the Play Breakdown presented by Microsoft. And we're going to start with, I think, the play that set the tone for the Browns' huge win down in Cincinnati. It would be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. The Bengals would come out 2 receivers to the right. They're going to send Tyler Boyd on a deep cross here, kind of run a little bit of a mesh, a little natural pick in here. And then you're going to get Jamar Chase, one of the best young receivers in the game, running like he's running a slant and then trying to get out. And the Browns do a great job. They end up doubling Boyd, as you'll see as this play unfolds here. The Browns have a nice coverage. Joe Woods called up the exact perfect play for this one, because as you see it unfold here, Joe, there's the mesh. The Browns get a double here. You have Takk McKinley dropping into the throwing lane and Greg Newsome covering here. And then look at Denzel Ward. This break on the ball to undercut that route, Joe, that is elite stuff.
Impressive job here by Denzel Ward, playing some of his best football of his career right now. He was left one-on-one with Jamar Chase in this. And you can see, if you go back to the beginning, he's lined up with a little bit of an inside leverage with a little bit of a hip turn towards the quarterback so he can eyeball the quarterback, and he's taking away that slant. Well, you know who else sees that? Joe Burrow sees that, right? So Joe Burrow's thinking, hey, man, we got him right where we want him, right? Because he knows this is the jerk route that's coming, right? A jerk is they start the slant and he works back towards the pylon. And if Joe Burrow leaves it outside or high and outside, because Denzel Ward starts to the inside, he'll never be able to get it. Wrong. Because Denzel Ward has one of the best breaks on the football in all of the NFL. You can see Denzel Ward sees this play coming the entire time. He's initially taken away that slant with his body presence with that inside leverage. So he doesn't have to worry about jumping the slant because he's already taken it away. So all he has to do is eyeball Joe Burrow and wait for that moment when that hands come apart, just like they are right there, because he knows the ball is being delivered now. He can break on that ball, use that elite quickness that he has to jump in front, come downhill, and off to the races. And the rest is history, taking the ball almost 100 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. And the only thing I had to worry about was, big fella, don't get in his way. Don't trip him up on the way to the end zone. It was not to be, and Denzel Ward scores the longest touchdown that I can remember in a really, really long time for the Browns.
Well, sometimes they say, if you can do anything, I can do it better. The defense, long touchdown. The offense says, hold my beer. Here we go, trying to get a big answer. And this comes after a 4th down stop by Troy Hill. Great coverage on that play. The Browns take over at the 40, and Kevin Stefanski, he felt that momentum switch, dials up a shot play here to the Hoff, and Baker Mayfield and Donovan Peoples-Jones do the rest.
A lot of times you want to try those shot plays, those special plays that you've got drawn up just for this week, kind of around midfield between the 40s. That's exactly where Kevin Stefanski found himself when he called this play, which is a little bit of a version of what we would call stutter pass O. The O means the tight end's coming across the formation in motion, and he's going to block out on that edge defender. In this case, he doesn't have to block him. He could just run a route because he sees that it's man coverage, right? Everybody on the front side of the offensive line is blocking down. Joel Bitonio is pulling around, blocking the end man on the line of scrimmage, one-on-one. And as long as that block is secure on the front side with Joel, that's where the stress is. Everybody else in the back has got easy block backs. Most of them are 2-for-1s. And then it's all about what can happen in the secondary. And Donovan Peoples-Jones does an incredible job setting up this post corner. And David Njoku does a great job in the middle of the field drawing coverage. It looks like the Bengals are in sort of a split safety cover 4 type defense. They get Von Bell to jump the underneath route, which is all Baker Mayfield needs to see to know that he can leave it deep into the inside with Donovan Peoples-Jones. And with his speed, nobody's going to be able to catch him.